What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Goat Talk. Tonight, we have a very, very special episode for everybody as it is Veterans Day. And thank you to everybody that has served and has continued to serve this country, to giving us freedom and even the right to have this podcast as a whole. My two older brothers and two of my sister-in-laws are military. So thank you guys. I love you guys. With that being said, let's get into it.
And it's only fitting too, yesterday, Monday, being the 250th anniversary of the United States Marine Corps. I think that deserves quite the round of applause here for our country. And just, we are so thankful for all of our branches of military, all of our current active duty members, veterans. We truly thank you for your service, and we wouldn't be able to do what we do without you daily. So we really applaud everything you do for us. With that being said, a lot of things in the sports world always kind of correlate with Veterans Day. The NFL does a fantastic job, not only in the month of November, to honor salute to service and what that means, not only for each individual team, player, ownership, but also the fans and just the NFL community. But we've had a lot of people in the space of the sports world, not only in the NFL and in the MLB. We're only going to touch on a few of them today, but just kind of what that impact's made for them on and off the field. But, kind of starting with salute to service itself, I've been to a salute to service game myself. It's just super cool being able to see the flags. The NFL does branded gear for it, like they do with the Crucial Catch in October. And I just think that it's really the one sport that kind of encompasses what it means to be an American. And it really truly shows, how the NFL not only cares about the impact that people are making on the field, but off the field, and tying that in. NFL Fox does a really good job too with always doing a show live from the Naval Academy every year. So I really applaud the NFL and what they do with salute to service. And I just think as an overall, it's one of the best gestures that the NFL does in its entirety, not only with salute to service during the month of November to honor Veterans Day and those who are served and currently serve and have previously served, but just all the initiatives that they have across the board.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if it's because it's the whole meaning behind it but personally, the salute to service jerseys are one of my favorite jerseys for the NFL. I think
Absolutely.
every team's
100%, not even a
jerseys are
question.
so nice.
And
And
I
not
always
even just the
wonder,
jerseys, like the hats and everything. They're so nice.
They are, and I always wonder though, like you look at the AFC and the AFC East and the NFC West did like the rivalry jerseys. Like they always release the salute service, but they never do a game with them. Like they should do a game in the
That'd
month
be incredible.
where they wear them. It only makes sense.
I mean, especially like Veterans Day, Tuesday, Monday Night Football game, the Eagles Packers, perfect opportunity. Like that's a perfect opportunity. Like even college does it. Like some teams do it in college, but the NFL, the NFL doesn't actually like wear them.
Yeah, even if
I
they
really,
go ahead, Chris.
I really like the. I know we're talking about the NFL and everything like that, but I remember growing up, like those Memorial Day baseball unis and the baseball hats that they used to come out with.
Nothing
Oh
beats
my
it.
God, dude! And,
Yep.
and I think speaking on Fox, especially the afternoon game, I believe it was the Commanders Lions game. You had Air Force One flying over the stadium and everything. That is just a tradition that I think just can't be beat, especially with the Super Bowl. You got like F-16s flying over. It's just, there is
The
nothing
B2s.
better, honestly.
Yeah. You got all it's incredible.
Being
Absolutely
at a game where they fly over, like still to this day, I get the chills when it happens. Like it's such a cool experience. And it's like something that like you'll see multiple times in your life, but it never gets old.
Yeah, and we even had the president of the United States, Donald Trump, on a broadcast with Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma, and he's calling a play. Like he's in the booth. The Commanders are like driving down the field, and he's like, "Oh, Krosky Merritt with a good carry there," and I'm like, "What the heck is this?" It's just unreal. Like, but
this is 2025.
You've never seen any other president do that. Like you've never seen any president earlier in the year. He was in the behind in the motorcade during the Daytona 500. Like just a lot of some of the stuff that happens is unreal. I have to take this phone call abruptly, but you guys can continue it. I have faith. I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if we're talking, veterans and sports combined, there's a lot of players that have been professional athletes and also veterans, but I think the biggest one that sticks out to me has got to be Patrick Tillman.
Absolutely.
100%, not even close.
NFL safety for the Arizona Cardinals. He gave up his whole football career to go enlist in the U.S. Army and serve our country after the September 11th attacks. Sadly, he was killed in Afghanistan in 2004. I mean, what more can you say about the guy? He gave up his dream of playing in the NFL to go serve our country and give us the right to have freedom and do this podcast as a whole. Like, there really is, like, I don't know, that he's a hero, literally a hero.
It's really the sacrifice literally everything, right? And there are so many dudes. It's not even just Pat Tillman. There's so many dudes that have sacrificed everything. We have the my notes here that we have, and there are some couple names that were left off the list. I mean, you have guys like Willie Mays on the list, David Robertson on the list, Ted Williams. Not like,
Yep.
like,
that's where I was gonna go, Chris. That's where I was gonna go.
The thing with me, but I mean, you can look at all those guys that played in that era in the 40s, and think about all the players that were just like, we're playing a game for a living. Let's go fight the good fight, right? And let's contribute in a bigger way. And again, so many people lost their lives, and it's just amazing that some of those guys came back. And like Ted Williams came back and was still batting 400. It's like you'll never see anything like that ever again. And there are too many names to really count. Though I feel like there's a lot of dudes that have sacrificed their playing career to do what they want to do. Since they were little, right? Like every kid dreams of being a professional athlete, but especially in the Pat Tillman scenario, like he laid down his literal life for this country. He was just like, you know what, this is a game. I want to protect my country. There are more important things. And I think the NFL obviously doing everything that they do for Pat Tillman, I'm sure everything that they do for his family, and just this week in general, it's just such, all you can really say is just tip the cap, man. Like it is so class. It's so
that's all.
It's amazing, really, what they do and what they're able to accomplish. And I'm sure, like, how much money do you think that they raise for these families in need with this cause? It can't be understated how important, and honestly, sadly, sometimes I feel like it does get swept under the rug a little bit, as far as like how important stuff like this is and how it's not talked about very often. And it's sad, but then you have weeks like this where it's just like, oh yeah, they definitely deserve this. We got to do whatever we can to get them the recognition that they deserve.
Yeah, and I think there's multiple athletes, but go ahead, Greg.
I was going to say too, when I'm thinking about the guys on the list specifically, when I think of Alejandro Villanueva, I think of quite a few years ago when he was the only person on his team that was out for the national anthem.
Absolutely.
And the only person who was out there standing and singing it along. That to me is not just like, a man doing national anthem for a game. That to me is powerful, honestly. That just shows, like, it just, that to me was just like impacts me honestly to this day. Right? Because that is something that is like really, really important to talk about and think about. And kind of going off you, Chris, too, when it comes to the baseball players, because that's my thing. Ted Williams quite literally would have probably been, or he might already be, but would have been probably the best hitter of all time, missing the prime of his career to serve his country. Right? That's not something that takes. You can't take that lightly, to say the absolute least. And then came back and still dominated the game, right? And then his counterpart, too, which is not on the list, Joe DiMaggio, did the same thing, right?
Yep, that's
another guy who was
Yep.
one of the best ever, served his country, missed the best years of his career, and came back for the bigger cause. At the end of the day, we're going to say it again, it's a game. And you know what? The fact that these guys know that and are willing to fight for the bigger cause, it's just incredible to me, and I respect that so much.
I think also, too, going back to your point, and I think I brought it up a little bit earlier, it's just that era of sports, like the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s.
When it comes to baseball, that's the era.
You will never find like a tougher generation of dudes and ladies that have ever come up, right? Yep. And like, you play a game for a living. You have the world in your hand, and you're like, you know what? Got to put that aside. there's a more important fight going on. There's a more important cause. And then to come back for the men who came back, like, and then continue to share their stories and then to continue that game. It's like, are you kidding me? No, I don't necessarily know of anybody besides like Paul Skeens, because I know he's been actually talking about doing that after his playing career. I don't know if I can name another individual that would do that in professional sports today.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of going off what Greg was saying too about Villanueva, you know, how he was the only one out there for the national anthem and everything. And it's like, I get there was a lot going on in sports at that time. There's a lot going on in the world that time, but this is your teammate who sacrificed his life for you to have this opportunity to fulfill your dream and play in the NFL, and you let him stand out there alone. That bothers me.
But even to jump in on that portion of it, right? It's like, and this isn't a political podcast, and like doesn't matter what anyone views or believes, but like at the end of the day, like during that time you talk about, and sorry I had to step out, so I don't know if this is already touched on, but like you look at it and it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, like you're American. And if you don't want to be an American and you don't want to support people, I don't care what your ideologies are politically. I don't care if you like Trump or you like Biden or you like this person or you're a Democrat or you're a Republican. You are an American citizen. You are out there to be an American with your team. It doesn't matter what you support, what race you are, what anything like. That's the biggest thing about everything in life, and why the people that sacrifice this country are so pivotal and important. Like if you don't support them, you're not an American. That's to me what it is. It's like you need to have that belief and that buy-in, and that's what it comes down to. And that's why it's so important to really be thankful for what these people do.
Yeah, I mean, they fight and they sacrifice their life every single day for us to have our freedom of speech.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're talking about sports and veterans, but like we've said multiple times, and we're going to continue to say, it is way bigger and way beyond a game. It's real life. That's what it is. It's real life.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's right. This is a podcast. We're having fun. We love our sports. We all love them to death. But it's all much bigger than that, in all honesty, right? Like we wouldn't be able to do this right now if it wasn't for the veterans that serve us and help us, you know? So we have nothing but absolute gratitude. We love them, support them, and God bless our troops.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anybody else? Did you guys touch on everything while I was gone? Is there anything else that you wanted to cover in this veterans episode? I know it's short, quick, but it was something that we all felt that we wanted to make sure we got out here on our platform, just being so grateful and thankful to the men and women who serve this country daily. But if there's anything else anybody wants to add, or if we had missed anything, we want to make sure we're able to do so at this time.
Shout out, Grandpa.
My grandfather too.
Army, served in the Army back.
Both my grandparents. Yep. Oh yeah.
Yep. My grandparents, Blake, Andrew, Jamie, Megan. I love you guys. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
USA.
We truly appreciate everyone's service, and we truly thank the veterans and those who are currently serving as well. They're just as important, because this day is going to honor them too once they're no longer active duty. So with that being said, from here at Go Talk, happy Veterans Day. Enjoy the day. Enjoy what do something for yourself today. And we truly appreciate your support, and God bless the USA.
USA, baby.
USA.